everyone. Thanks so much for joining me here today as we get to talk about my favorite subject, comic books. I love comic books. I love talking about them. I love sharing them. My name is Jose. What we're going to try to do here is we're just going to try to finish off my Superman Batman Volume 1. So I've been doing them in one issue increments. I'm just going to try to work my way through and do issues 4, 5, and 6. So we're going to see if we can get this finished up. This is from January of 2004, written by Jeph Loeb and drawn by Ed McGuinness. And I'm a huge mark for Ed McGuinness. I own both the single copies, and I do have a trade that I got beaten up at a used bookstore for like $2. So had a couple of extras here and there. So I went and got that. You can follow me on Twitter at Art of J. Velez. I post my drawings in there. Also have a comic book that I'm working on that I show in there free of charge. Instagram also at jvelez622. And I also have a Pinterest. I know a lot of people don't have Pinterest. I love Pinterest. So many of my favorite artists, their drawings are there, and I pin them, and I also show my own artwork at at Jose V2163. That is my Pinterest. Great cover here, as we can see. Batman's fighting Hawkman, and Superman's fighting Captain Marvel, or as he's called now, Shazam. I truly like Ed McGuinness' style. So it's not the only Ed McGuinness that we'll be looking at. Also, we do have issues 1, 2, and 3 that I've done videos on, and we're just gonna finish off the first arc. So that kryptonite asteroid is heading toward Earth. Lex Luthor is president of the U.S. during this time, and he has sent a couple of federal agents to go arrest Superman, and of course Batman's at his side. This is Major Force, Starfire, Green Lantern John Stewart, forgot who this is, Captain Atom, Katana, and Power Girl. You'll have to forgive me. I'm sure it'll be there somewhere. All right. So here, Black Lightning. Duh. So I just couldn't tell from the top, so it's Black Lightning. All right. So Batman and Superman are fighting everybody. Ed McGuinness, love his work. His Deadpool, his Superman run. This was directly after his Superman run. There's a lot of monologue, but it's not really important. Internal monologue. So Superman's taking Power Girl away. They're gonna have a little chat. So he's a major. It's Major Force, and he's a captain. And by the way, in the armed forces, Major outranks captain. But for some reason here, if this was truly a military operation, he would be in charge. But for some reason, Captain Atom is in charge. So Lex Luthor is doing something that nobody really knows what's going on. Jeph Loeb does so. His writing it's okay. He does a lot of I don't know. His stories are okay, but he teams up with some really good artists. So his stuff always sells well because they're drawn by some really good people like Tim Sale in a lot of the Batman Long Halloween. Uh, Ed McGuinness on his Superman run and on his Hulk run that they do. David Finch on and Joe Madureira on the Ultimate stuff. So yeah. So Jeph Loeb is a very fortunate in that he gets these incredible artists to kind of, and he's not a bad artist. It's just he's okay. So Captain Atom has been ordered to arrest them by any means necessary, but Japan's in trouble. He's telling him that you can either take us or you can help. So, and he decides to help, but asks Superman to turn himself in. I'll only hear only guilty men run, which leaves him pondering. And he's absorbing all this energy. So, all right. These are members of the JSA. He's got, um, there's a lot of moving parts to kind of this story, but here's Captain Marvel and Hawkman and McGuinness just drawing these strong, muscular, buff men. That's what he's really good at. So look at that. So he's, they're being attacked by them. So they're gonna switch partners. So just wonderful work by McGuinness. He's a very cool artist. I like him a lot. I recommend him a lot. So Billy Batson set him up. Shazam. And here comes the bolt of lightning. And mission accomplished. And so now we go toward issue 5. We see here he's just adding more cast of characters because, hey, why not? So I don't mind because I love seeing Ed McGuinness draw more characters. And it looks like we'll be seeing the that Superman from Kingdom Come. So I do. You will have to forgive me. I'm almost 50 years old, so me remembering stuff isn't always the best. So, all right, here we go. We're gonna start here with a breaking into the White House, and here's Crypto, Superman's dog. And at this time, this was the Supergirl, and at this time, this was the Superboy. And we got the Huntress, and we got Robin. I don't believe that. Oh, Damian Wayne had come around. So, and then this was Batgirl at this time, and of course Nightwing. And so they break into the White House looking for Superman and Batman, because Luthor tricked them. Luthor's kind of sitting there in the White House all, and some of them get trapped. They're gonna get squished. And Superboy goes, "Why couldn't this be Power Girl?" Humor, even in the face of death. So, and for the mix, they're throwing kryptonite. By the way, I'm not very familiar with this Supergirl. So, and they're asking for Batman. Luthor's threatening them, do you know who I am? And yada yada yada. And that they released nerve gas, and he says that he's immune, and he starts fighting them. He's been taking these drugs, so he is sort of like a super Luthor. So, and we've got the Mobius chair, but it's not Metron, it's the other Superman. And so, this is where Captain Atom was transported to. So this is the Superman of the future that the planet Earth was destroyed by that asteroid. So he is saying that they couldn't stop it, but of course the future is fluid. So and so basically says Superman wouldn't give up. So back at the White House, I don't know who this is, so you'll have to forgive me again. I just I did some of the titles, but I have no idea who this is. And here's Hawkman's shield. And he's helping her. So this Hawkman is releasing the kids, but he says here, I'm not Hawkman. So Luthor just beat the snot out of Nightwing, and someone is super fast. We got Captain Marvel. Again, threatens, and then says, you're not Captain Marvel, and rips. To which, of course, we got Superman. Why would you put a costume on top of another costume? I don't know. But it's comic books, so let's not overthink it. A little bit of monologue. Superman is so angry, he wants to kill him. And Luthor says, do it then. Batman tells him he won't stop him, and that he'll make it look like an accident or disappeared without a trace. Luthor doesn't believe him. Batman is like, I'm not bluffing. Everyone is safe. I like that, including the dog. And he throws Superman, and off they go. Luthor puts another serum on him, puts on his armor, and boom. Love this armor, love this Ed McGuinness. Man. So, here we are with issue 6. So this issue is going to be a little weird. Just a little bit. So they find that boy that they were looking for in the previous issue, which I didn't mention, but if you look through, you'll see that that's... and he created a robot that is both Batman and Superman. Pretty cool. Very manga. And McGuinness totally fits this. He's not feeling well. Superman's not feeling well. He's feeling weak. There's a boom tube. And it's Captain Atom, who's wearing a kryptonite ring and uses it to hit Superman and knock him out. He tells him that it was given to him by the other Superman, and he gives Batman the ring and says that he knew Superman wouldn't let him be the pilot, and he needs it because he needs to absorb all that radiation. So off he goes in Captain Atom. Luthor, of course, is all in his armor, which I think is pretty badass. And I wish DC would make Luthor an evil Iron Man all the time in that armor. So much potential. So, off goes Captain Atom. Superman is fighting Luthor. So, we're just going to have a bit of a confrontation and resolve the plot holes here. This probably could have been done in an issue or two in the old days, but let me tell you, watching Ed McGuinness's beautiful art, it just needs room to breathe. So they made these stories a little longer so you could have the wonderful art. Todd McFarlane says you can have a bad book drawn by a good artist and it'll sell, but you can have a good book written by a great writer. There's this wonderful punch. And drawn by a bad artist and it won't sell. So, and he's right. People gravitate toward the artist, and you gotta have, two. You gotta have a balance. But Batman's about to confront Luthor here. Luthor's so arrogant. If you read Alex Ross's Justice 12-issue series, you can really get a glimpse of how Luthor is. So here he stabs Batman. Love the eyes here, just this. But regardless, Batman takes it. So Luthor sort of commits, well, what is believed to be suicide, but here's a boom tube. So Captain Atom did it. And then Luthor's building is going down. They're searching for Luthor, but they can't find anything. So he brought it on himself. Daily Planet puts their headlines. But then we look, and I love this. If you're familiar with that Wolverine in the Dark Phoenix saga, goodness gracious, it's an ode to that. So, all right, so this completes Ed McGuinness's and Jeph Loeb's first arc on Superman Batman. So, like and subscribe, and thanks for listening. Bye.